Hello, everyone. It has been a couple days. Like everyone else, I'm human, and sometimes I'm just out of sorts. So hopefully, if you're watching my videos, you're not thinking that I'm the guy that's got everything put together. I'd say I'm a work in progress, and I'm learning. Right? I wanted to talk about anger. What a horrible emotion. It's not as if the the subject of anger is a bad thing. The Bible says that we can get angry just in your anger, like, don't be abusive, don't be rude, do not sin. And so anger in itself isn't a bad thing. It's what it does to us and to the people around us. I think that if I was to calculate my biggest life hurdles or struggles, that most of them have been rooted in some kind of anger. I've heard it said before that resentment is stuff that you can't control from the past. Anger is stuff you're struggling with controlling right now in the present, and fear is something that you are future tripping about that hasn't happened in the future. But anger is a factor for all of us. And one of the things that's super important to remember, and I forget this, and the reason I forget this is because of the illustration I'm going to give you. Anger narrows your sight. So imagine, those horses that are designed to pull a trolley. They put these blinders on them like this. And that way they're not distracted or they can't see from the right or the left. They're just focusing on what's directly in front of them. Well, when we're in discovery mode, our brains, we are functioning and we are firing in all of our cylinders. But when anger happens for so many of us, especially those of us who come from some trauma in our background or some unresolved, triggers that arise, sometimes our view gets really small. And so what happens is we go from having this big worldview where we're able to problem solve and troubleshoot and give and take, and it goes like this. And then we're just tunnel vision, right? We're completely focused only on the thing directly in front of us. Now, many of us in the past had this phenomena happen and we wanted it to stop. And so we would go to our drug of choice, our behavior, our whatever the habitual life thing was that we were self-soothing with. But what happens when we are working towards a life of freedom and we get angry and we can't see to the right, we can't see to the left, we're primarily just focused on the offense that's happened right in front of us. Now, there are times where negative emotions just overtake you. In a sense, right? And it almost feels spiritual to some degree, like there's nothing really going on. I'm starting to feel anxious. My body is changing. My heart's beating more. What's going on? I'm starting to become, what do they say? Irritable and discontent. And we want it to land somewhere, right? Somebody needs to be responsible for this. And so we look about the people in our lives and we think that maybe somebody has affected us or offended us. And if they would fix whatever it is that they're doing, I could be okay again. And this is the crux of so much of this habitual stuff and within relationships and marriages. This is the thing that, codependently just wreaks havoc. And so, so frequently, we want our negative emotion of the side effects of anger, right? How I'm feeling to go away. And so we want to look to somebody else to fix it, right? And in some cases, look, people owe an apology. They may have offended or done us wrong, and we need to be, apologized to. But what I know to be true is that I can't control people, places, or things. So the problem is that oftentimes the people who've offended me or have done me wrong don't even know that they have, or they sure don't know that they have to the degree that they have. So what do we do? What do we do when we get into this funk where the emotion and the feeling of anger overtakes us and we get stuck and we are very linear in our focus and vision and we can't seem to get ourselves out? What is it that we do? Well, let me tell you what I've done. I have decided, right? We talked about having a decider. I have decided that it isn't worth it for me, right? This is a small thing. It isn't worth it for me to hold on to something that Jesus would have never held on to, or that he didn't hold on to regarding me, whether real or perceived. Jesus let it go. And it wasn't as if he didn't address it. As a matter of fact, he went through great pains to take that away. As we know, he died for us, right? But we are to forgive and operate in grace and mercy and compassion and love. And so when I start actively doing the right thing instead of focusing on what is owed to me. See, there's another piece of this that anger says to us. Anger says, you owe me. And I'm angry until somebody fixes what I believe I'm owed. And the problem with that is that it'll never be fixed to the satisfaction I feel is deserved. And so without this grace and mercy, love and forgiveness that I can extend to others, I'm going to stay stuck. What do they say? That it's like drinking, staying angry or bitter is like drinking the poison, right? Yourself, and then waiting for the other person to die. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be angry. And you're going to pay. You're going to pay. Now, it's true, they may pay, but guess who it's really killing? It's killing you. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. God bless. We'll do this again.